So just taking your time, do you come to lie down? Doesn't matter if the knees are bent up or the feet are flat out on the mat. The arms can be resting gently on the body or either by the sides. And as you're down, it's making sure the back of the neck is tucked in. The chin is tucked in, so the back of the neck is long. And just settling here. Just tuning into your breath. Just allowing everything to ease. Observing as the chest gently rises and lowers. And just letting everything settle. Just letting the mind begin to ease. As any thoughts drift away. Just the attention drawing slowly in on the breath. As all the other senses begin to dull. Just focusing only on you. As we allow everything to ease and relax. And then gently we'll begin to move. So starting with the neck, we'll just begin to roll the head gently from side to side. Just gently easing around the neck, only going as far or as little as you like. And then, when you've worked both sides evenly, you'll just bring the head back to center in stillness. Just double checking, is that chin still tucked in? And then we'll move it to the arms. So bringing the arms down by the sides. And on an inhale, let's reach them up and overhead. Just stretching them out, much or as little as you like. So you exhale, bringing these arms back down. So we repeat twice more. As we inhale, reaching them over. The movement as slow as your breath. As we exhale, they gently come back down. Final one to your time. And when you're down, just keeping the arms by the sides, palms facing down. As we inhale, we'll just bend these knees up, bringing the heels quite close into the hips. As we get ready to work in pelvic tilting. But before we do, with these heels close into the hips, just observing that lower back just gently being pressed onto the mat. Just letting it settle here. And then we'll extend this a little. So as we inhale, gently peeling the hips ever so slightly off the mat. As we exhale as they lower back down. As you repeat breath by breath. So as you inhale up, that small curve of the lower spine flattens in the mat. As you exhale down, that natural curve returns. Working into the lower back and easing into the hips. And then, if you wish to expand the movement, you can. As we inhale up into full bridge, lifting the hips up to the sky. Not holding, as we exhale all the way back down. Again, twice more. As we inhale, lifting up. As you exhale, peeling the spine down, vertebrae by vertebrae. And final one. As you exhale, peeling that spine down. And when the hips are lowered, let's inhale, drawing each knee individually up and out to the sides of our chest. As we gently counter stretch. With the knees up and out, maybe you're still, or you can have a gentle rock side to side. Just counter stretching where we've worked. When we've done that, let's inhale, hugging these knees both together, just for a gentle, brief squeeze in. And then to your exhale, let's set the soles of these feet back down on the mat. As we inhale, bringing these arms out to shoulder height, palms facing up. And then let's work into the hips. So with these knees, you can just start to swing them side to side. And you can slowly build momentum. And it may come to a stage where these knees touch the floor. And if they do, just pausing for a breath or two in stillness. Maybe you look over the opposite shoulder. Just breathing into this twist. Your time, as we inhale back up, exhaling across to the other side. And we hold it on this side. Again, just breathing in. Just allowing the release. And on your inhale, let's bring these knees back up. We can bring the arms back down by the sides. You can work briefly in pelvic tilting if you like. Let's keep massaging that lower spine. And then in your time, inhale, swinging the legs up into the air. You can have as much a bend in these knees as required. If you like, you can give those ankles a rotate. Just make sure to go both ways. And then just give them a nice loose shake off. And then gently taking a hug around the thighs. Legs are still in the air. As you exhale, just gently squeeze these thighs in towards the chest. And then inhale, legs back up into the air, heels pointing up, and we'll bring the arms up as well. And give those wrists a rotate if you wish. And then shaking them off. And then the option is yours. You can either hug around the thighs as you rock yourself up to sit, or maybe you roll over to one side as you lift yourself up. So whichever way you come up. Coming up as we find our comfortable seated position, that spine long and light. There we go. and rooting down through these sit bones. Nice and tall. There we go. Nope. And we'll work through the neck, as we usually do. So with the spine lengthened, on an exhale, we'll start by looking up. Every inhale back to center. So we exhale looking down. Inhaling to center. So we exhale, an ear to a shoulder, stretching the side. And back to your inhale as we do the other side. And we'll just do one more round. Exhale as you stretch. Every inhale to center. As we then look down. And then ears to shoulders as we stretch the sides. And when we're back, just enjoying the stillness, that neck nice and long. And then maybe if you want, you can roll it around or just do what feels right for you. It's going both ways. And then, when we've worked that evenly, we'll start into the shoulders. So you find that lengthened position. If the legs are crossed, the palms can be roughly around the knees, or if the legs are out straight, just the palms on the thighs. So we're going to circle the shoulders. So a bit different to we normally do. So inhale, we're going forward and up as you push down through these palms. So we exhale as they go back and down. Twice more. Nice big long stretches. And then when you've done your 3, keeping it even. So as we inhale, we're going back and up this time. Exhale, forward and down. And when you've had those 3, maybe a nice shake off. You can bring the neck in if you like, just whatever you need. And then we'll work our way through to all 4s. Again, any way you like. Or maybe you roll over these knees. And in our all 4 position, just finding the knees under the hips and the wrists under the shoulders. Remember, if it's too much, you can always come onto the fists to protect the wrists. Working in cat as we normally do. So as we inhale, curling from the base, as we look up to the ceiling. As we exhale, looking down or through the legs. As we repeat, breath by breath. Feeling through each of the vertebrae on the spine. Compressing the discs, making the space. Using this as a diagnostic tool of how you feel. And when we've worked both sides, it's coming back to center and stillness. Now, this next move will make more sense when we go into Salute to the Moon. But with these hips, can we make a figure of 8? So we're sending the hips out, twisting in. So it's almost as if you're drawing a figure of 8. Just a very slow wiggle of these hips. Gets in around the lower back, easing the hips. And when we've worked evenly, As we come back to center, then we'll just exhale it all down into child. Lowering these hips towards the heels. Still allowing the chest and head to sink forward onto the mat. And making it comfortable for you. As you tune into the breath here, just allowing the attention to draw to the lower spine. As you inhale, just feeling the vertebrae expand. As you exhale as they release. And then, let's move the stretch a little further up the back. So as we inhale, it's going to lift onto our fingertips. Those palms lift up. You might just feel that moving into the shoulders. All the while just allowing that chest and head still sinking down. And lower the palms at any point you wish. As we slowly inhale. Back up to our all fours. As we get ready to lift into dog. So have these palms nice and planted. As we tuck the toes under. Inhale. Lifting these hips up to the sky. Sinking the chest and head through. Give the head a wiggle just so it's nice and loose. And if you wish, you may walk from foot to foot. As one heel lowers and then the other. And then, in the next breath or two, as we inhale, we step it through to a forward fold. The hands towards the feet, and the feet to the hands. Just hanging nice and loosely. Maybe a bend in those knees. And then, to your inhale, let's slowly uncurl as we lift up to stand. Just having those feet nice and firmly planted. The spine is long, the chin is tucked in. And tuning into your breath. Everything calm and still. Shoulders dropped. I'm tucked in, I'm ready. And then we can make a start. So, we'll just go straight into Salute to the Moon. We'll do this first round slowly. And we're going to be moving a lot around the mat, so you probably want to be stood lengthways, similarly to the way I am on my mat. And for argument's sake, let's just start in the middle. So, when you're ready, still one or two. Just settling as you find yourself nice and tall. And as we inhale, let's reach these arms up. As these palms come together, keeping them up, maybe you interlock the fingers. As we exhale, we're going to bend to any side. Not holding. As we inhale, back to center. Exhaling to the other side. As we inhale back up, reaching these arms up. As we exhale, I call this the Egyptian. We're going to bring the elbows out to the side. Step the feet wide. Toes pointing out. Now, let's just inhale that length again. And maybe, can we exhale? Let's sink down on these hips, working the thigh. Inhaling that length again. And then, inhale. We're going to lift up, arms out. Now, decide what side you're going over as you point one of the toes forward and the other one in. As we exhale into triangle, bend this knee if you need it. Very briefly. And then next inhale, this top arm is going to come down. Anywhere on the mat, bend the knee if you need. And we're on the inside of the leg. And on your exhale, can we swing this back into a lunge? So the back foot goes back. You can drop that knee if you like. Lovely. And then as we inhale, let's drop this back knee. Can we lift ourselves up? Lifting the arms up above. Now if you wish, you can gently bend back. Just be cautious of the lower back. Then, big exhale. Let's swing it all back down. The hands on the inside of the foot. You have the option. You can lengthen the back leg if you wish. And then, can we walk ourselves almost through to a squat? So we're walking the hands to the center. You might want to bring the feet in. Now, if a squat's not for you, you can come up higher. But if you're in your squat, sink down. And we're at our halfway position. So, on our exhale, we're going to walk over to the other side. So the foot that was the front one is now going back. And then, inhale as you drop that back knee. Lifting up into our high lunge with the arms up. Again, you can have that gentle back bend if you want. As we exhale, swinging it all down into our lunge. So the arms on both sides of the feet. And then, as we inhale, can we bring the hips up high? So you can tuck the back toes under. And then the hips coming up. Maybe straightening the front leg. Shorten the stance if you need. And then, can we exhale up into triangle? So the other arm is coming up. Excellent. As we inhale, swinging everything up. Exhale, Egyptians again. Inhale, lengthening up, palms together up above. Stepping the feet in, forgot that bit. And side bend. Exhaling to one side. Inhaling back. Other side in your time. We inhale back. Exhale to heart center. Lovely. You can have a little shake off, maybe a sip of water, whatever you need. That was one round. So we took that round a little bit slower, but making the adjustments if you need. If you want to have your knee down on the lunge, then by all means do. And if you feel it's too fast for you, just slowing it down, taking your time to come into the position. But if we're ready again, inhale, lifting up, palms together. Exhale, side bend. Notice if you go further. Inhaling back. Other side and your exhale. Inhale up, reaching the arms up. As we exhale, arms out, legs wide. Can we sink it down as much or as little as you go? That's it. Breathing in tall. Oh, arms at shoulder height. Then inhale. Now, front foot as you point those toes forward. The back one's in. Exhale. Remember, bend this knee only if you want. So we inhale, swinging this top arm down. So we're in a very high lunge. And then if you want, you can wiggle the foot back or lower that knee instead. To your inhale, lifting up, arms up. Now you can go back if you like, or maybe not. We exhale, hands on the inside of the foot. Again, you can keep the knee bent, or maybe straighten the leg. So we inhale through to a squat, or your variation. If you need to be higher in the squat, you can by all means come up high. Or we can go all the way down. That might hurt. Halfway. So as we exhale, walking the hands this way as the other leg goes out. To our lunge. No, not quite. As we inhale, knee down, arms up. High lunge. Back bend if you like. As we exhale down. Tucking the toes in so we can inhale, lengthening up. Shorten the stance if you like. As we exhale into triangle. Inhaling up. Egyptian, so pointing the toes out. Exhale down. Inhaling back up. Palms together. Oh, step the feet in. Side bend. Exhaling across. Inhale back. The other side. To center. As we exhale down. To heart center. And our heart rate should be nice and elevated now. Again, taking a sip if you want. Shaking, adjusting. And we'll do another round as well. Have we got any feedback? Good? Bad? Oh, excellent. That's fine. So, in your time, feet together. So we inhale, reaching up. Now, slight variation. Let's exhale, down to heart center. So we interlock the fingers, pushing them down. Inhaling up. It's the same side bend. So we exhale over. Inhaling back. Other side. So we inhale. And then exhale. Step out wide, arms out, toes out, sinking the hips if you like. Can you sink a little lower than before? Lovely. Inhale, arms out, legs straight. Oh, sort the toes out. One's forward. So we exhale over into a triangle. Inhale as we lower the top arm. Can we sink it through to lunge on an exhale? Doesn't matter if the leg is straight or the knee's bent. So we inhale, lowering the knee if it's not. Lifting the arms up. Gentle back bend if you like. So we exhale down, palms on the inside of the leg. So we inhale, walking to center as we come into our squat. Again, if a squat's not for you, maybe you're up really high. So we exhale, walking across to the other side. Inner lunge, and then inhaling, lifting up. Exhale. exhale, arms down. As we inhale, straightening the leg. As we come up to a really high lunge, you can shorten the stance. As we exhale, lifting the arm back in a triangle. Inhaling up. Sending the toes out at 30-45 degrees. As we exhale down, elbows at shoulder height. Inhaling up, palms together, zigzagging the feet in. Side bend, as we exhale across. Inhaling back. Another side to your breath. As we inhale back and back to heart center. Lovely. Again, shake it off or not. Try and talk through that and breathe. It's very hard. Now, round 4, yay or nay? I've got 1 vote. Let's go for it. Oh, I've got more votes. Right, we know the drill. Inhale, reaching up, just our normal side bend. Palms together, interlock if you like. Exhaling to the side. And center. And the other side. We inhale back. Exhale out wide. As we sink down. Nice and tall. As we inhale, legs lengthened, arms out. As we sort the toes out. Exhaling into our triangle. As we inhale, lowering the top arm, swiveling the back foot back into our lunge, and then inhale as we lower the knee, lifting up, high lunge. Exhaling down, palms in the inside of the leg. As we inhale, maybe through to a squat, swiveling the feet around. You can bring the palms to heart center if you want. As we exhale, moving to the other side. Swiveling the feet around, the feet on the inside of the leg into our lunge. As we inhale, lowering the knee, lifting up. Exhale down. As we lift up into a really high lunge. Inhale, tucking the toes. As we bring the hands on the inside. Exhaling the top arm up. Inhaling all the way up to stand. Toes out to the side. Exhale. Work the hips and the thighs. Inhale back, palms together, toes in. Side bend. And center. Another side. We exhale. Back to heart center. Nice and tall. Feet nice and planted. Take a nice, good breath. And I think after that, let's just settle the breath down. So with the feet planted, as we inhale, bringing the arms out. Exhale, back down. Same again. The movement is slow as the breath. Exhaling to the side, back down to the side. Now, on the inhale, going to the side and to heart center. Exhaling out the way we came in. One more. This can just help slow the breath. Now we're going up higher, so inhaling to the side heart center, and up. Exhaling all the way down to the sides and down. Final one. Do what you need. And then I think we'll just ease our shoulders off a bit. So getting ready. Totally gone blank on what the name is. Inhale the arms up to shoulder height. Have a stretch in this chest. As we exhale, one elbow on top of the other. You can interlock the palms or the back of the palms touch. And lift these elbows up to shoulder height so you can feel it across the top of the shoulder blades. Just rooting down through the feet. And then with a slight bend in the knees, let's exhale forward to halfway. And at halfway, holding here, as you inhale, reminding the spine of its length. As you exhale, it's giving into a forward fold. And see if that stretch moves. Then your next inhale. Let's slowly lift it all up. It's elbows up to shoulder height. We send them out to the side. Now if you want, you can just send those arms back a little. It might get into the chest. As we exhale, opposite elbow on top. Wrapping our back of the palms. These elbows up at shoulder height. Again as we root down through the feet. With a gentle bend in the knees. Exhaling forward to halfway. And here, finding that length in the spine again. As we exhale into the fold. Allow the head to hang nice and loose. Into your inhale, lifting back up. Descend these arms down, down by the sides. The gentle shake, twist, rock, whatever you need. And let's move into our balance. So, get these feet ready, but you can decide if you want to be close to a wall. And if not, just we inhale up tall, lifting the toes up. And just see if that just kind of moves the upper chest. As we exhale, lowering the toes. Can we lift onto the heels, lift onto the toes. Inhale, heels down, toes up. As we exhale, toes down, heels up. And then just lowering down. And shift the weight gently from side to side. Now just activate the micro muscles in the feet. And then when we're back, rooting everything down. So we inhale, lifting one heel off the mat. And bringing this knee up in front. Whether you hang it or whether you hold it or it hangs itself. Can we exhale this knee out to the side? You have the other arm as a balance. Breathing in, out of these hips, tall in the chest. And when you're ready, tucking the foot in to wherever it goes. It's maybe up high, maybe the toes are touching the floor. And if you have a gentle bend in the standing knee, it can just help with the balance a little. And if you're ready, and if you're there already, just stay here. As we inhale the arms up, exhale down to heart center. As you allow these shoulders to drop, breathing in nice and tall out of the standing foot. As we exhale, rooting it all back down through that foot. And then gently exhale as we undo. Just getting ready for the other side. So just planting this foot. Adjusting if you decide you want to use a wall. And then inhale as we lift this heel up. And then the knee. Nice and tall in the spine. If you're ready, exhaling it out to the side. If you'd rather not hold the knee out to the side, you can tuck it in sooner. But if you're ready, let's tuck it in. Again, whether it's high or low. Finding the balance. And inhale. Lifting up. As we exhale down through to heart center. With the shoulders dropped. Observing the breath on this side. Finding that length. Guiding us taller. As we make our roots on the exhale. And then in your time, gently exhale down. The ankles are rotating, maybe the wrists. And then we'll get ready to lower to the floor. So we're going to take our forward fold very slowly. So on the exhale is when you can lower. On the inhale, just a moment of pause. In your time, as we inhale tall, as we exhale, tucking the chin, rounding the shoulders, bending the knees, using the abdominals as brakes. Just feeling through each of the vertebrae. The inhale is just a gentle moment of pause. Slowly lowering down. Feeling all the muscles in each vertebrae, just releasing as you lower. Then you're hanging. The arms can hang. Maybe you hold the elbows. Whatever feels right for you. And then in time, can we inhale as we step through to dog, planting the hands, stepping the feet back, and adjust the dog so it's comfortable for you. Now, we can hold it for a few breaths, or maybe you'd rather hold it for none. You maybe want to walk from foot to foot, or just enjoy the stillness. And if you're still up, the next breath or two, just think about rolling down via all fours as we sink it back into our child. It's making it comfortable for you. That chest and head lower to the mat. With the attention on your breath, just allowing everything to settle and ease. And observing where you've worked in the body. And then, in your time, we'll just inhale. So we lift it back up to all fours. Very briefly working in cat again. Inhale as you look up. As you exhale, looking down or through the legs. Breath by breath. Just feeling the difference in this move now. When we've worked both sides evenly, it's coming back to stillness, and we'll work our way through to sit. Any way you want. Maybe you cross the ankles, you roll over them, and then you're seated. Just have the legs out in front, using any blocks or pillows that you want. With those legs out in front, just flick the toes up. I can just activate the back of these legs. That spine nice and lengthened, shoulders dropped, chin tucked in. Settling in this position for a breath or two. And then we'll work into a twist. So as we inhale, bring any leg in, giving it a gentle hug just to keep this spine lengthened. As we exhale, we'll step it over the other leg. And this leg in front either stays where it is, or you can wrap the heel around roughly in line with the hips. We're going for it. That's it. Again, inhale, finding that length, and then still looking forward. So the leg that's bent over, it's the same arm. So we exhale, wrapping this arm around, tucking it close into the thigh at hips, whether it's fingertips or the palm. To breathe in tall. Then exhale. Can we look over this back shoulder? This front elbow maybe comes across the thigh. Or you can continue holding as you were. That's it. Just releasing around. Every inhale, just breathing in a little taller. Maybe you exhale just around a little further. And just with time and the breath, you just notice the body giving in. And then in your inhale, we lift the back arm up to shoulder height. As we exhale, just following it around back to the front. Just having that brief hug again. As we undo these legs. Sending them both out. Finding that length again. As we work the other side. Inhaling the other leg in. Gentle hug so the spine is long. As we exhale, stepping it across. The option of the front heel either stays in front or comes around by the hips. Just reminding yourselves of that length. Still looking forward. As we exhale, as the opposite arm tucks in, close to the hips. Inhaling up tall. As we exhale, looking over the back shoulder, elbow either across the thigh or holding as it was. When we're around, every inhale, breathing in tall. Maybe exhaling across a little further, or just observing the release in the body. And you tune in to the rhythm of your breath. And in time, We inhale this back arm up to shoulder height again. As we exhale it around. Having that final hug. As we release these legs. Now if you're sat on a block, you can continue to sit on them. The legs are very loosely bent. We just take a hug around the back of the thighs. You're just kind of pulling the tummy to the thighs. Here, you can just allow the head to hang nice and loose. And then gently, if you're on a block, you can walk the heels out a little. And just slowly easing them down. Only going as far or as little as you like. It's allowing that head to hang. The attention drawing inwards. Spine releasing. The mind calming. And then very gently. And inhale as you undo the hug in the thighs. And lifting back up. To get ready to come to lie down. It's a very usual way. With a nice loose bend in these knees. As we inhale the arms up, spine lengthened. As we exhale, peeling the spine down. Working the core as we lower. The last thing down is the head. And just hugging the knees into the thighs. In your time. You can have a rock side to side if you like. You roll one way, maybe the head looks over the opposite shoulder. Just massaging that lower spine. And then just gently coming back to center and stillness. Can we take a hold of the feet gently, almost to bring the soles together. You can give them a gentle hug in. And then we're just going to place these soles of the feet onto the mat. As we bring the elbows out to shoulder height. And the palms facing up, so it's the same arms as we were doing earlier. You can have a gentle bend in this back. Just allowing these hips to just slowly loosen. Gravity just draws the knees out a little. And then in time, we'll just inhale, hugging these knees in again. A gentle squeeze, only briefly. We lift the arms and legs into the air. With everything in the air, just feeling that lower back being pressed onto the mat. Maybe you want to rotate the wrists and ankles. Just doing what feels right. And then in time, we'll inhale the legs through the arms as we take a hold of the outer edges of the feet. Drawing the knees out and up. Again, maybe still or rocking. And then in your time, you can exhale our way down to the mat. Into your relaxation position. Whether the legs are straight Are the knees bent up? Just somewhere that you'll be comfortable. When you're down, tuning back into the breath. As we allow everything to settle. Just observing the body. Heavy and still on the mat. Just allowing any thoughts to drift away. And then we'll guide the attention around the body. With each inhale, we energize. With each exhale, as we relax. Crown of the head. Forehead. Eyes and nose. Mouth and cheeks. Chin, jaw and ears. Front and back of the neck. Collarbone and shoulders. Elbows. Wrists. Front and back of the palms. And fingers. Chest and upper back. Ribs and mid-back. Tummy and lower back. Hips and pelvic floor. Front and back of the thighs. Knees. Calves and shins. Ankles and heels. Balls of the feet. And toes. The whole body. The whole body. In your time, bringing the attention back to this moment, you can gently begin to wiggle the toes and fingers as you make small movements. In time, you can inhale, hugging the knees into the chest, if you wish. whether rocking or still. And then gently rolling over to any side for a brief moment of pause. You open the eyes here and then gently lift yourself up to your comfortable seated position, finding the spine long and light again. Everything calm. And as we inhale, reaching the arms up, those palms together. We exhale them down to heart center, bowing our heads. Namaste.